There is nothing to worry about. You're gonna be just fine.
You'd be surprised at the things you find when you go looking.
God, it knows I'm here.
Clear your minds. It knows what scares you. It has from the very beginning.
I'm plunging headfirst into some kind of black void of sheer, utter madness.
Be afraid. Be very afraid.
It is entitled Naturan de Manto, roughly translated Book of the Dead.
You're gonna die up there.
I've got to return some videotapes.
I've counted.
Hi, I'm Chris,
Hi, I'm Joe.
and this is In the Veins. And
today we are.
No, you do it.
Okay. Today we're doing From Beyond.
Is it From Beyond or From the Beyond?
It is From Beyond. The
All right,
Stuart Gordon film. So this is From Beyond, October 24th, 1986. This is an official Halloween movie. I think that's amazing. Based on a Lovecraft short story. Interesting, as almost the exact same cast and crew. The year before released Re-Animator.
This is like the next movie he made, right? Like he went straight
Yeah, this is essentially the spiritual sequel to Re-Animator, even though Re-Animator has like 4 or 5 sequels.
Well, he wanted to do a Lovecraft cycle, sort of the way that, Corman did his Poe cycle.
Yeah, he makes the shit work. Budget of either 4.5 million or 2.5 million. I found different sources depending on where you look. Worldwide gross, most people agree, was 1.2 million, a little over. But this is not a movie made for the theaters. This was made for home video.
Yeah.
Number 17 in its opening weekend.
Or drive-in.
Notably beaten by Trick or Treat at number 9. I know that's one of those movie titles that there's like, yeah. And Link, number 15, which actually premiered the exact same day, which is a Sasquatch movie.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like the missing link.
Well, yeah, I get that. I just never heard of it.
Yeah, exactly. And it was, for the year, it was number 167th in the box office. But 86, this is golden years of cinema right there for me. So there's a lot of classic stuff that kind of pumps out into the theaters at this time.
Yeah.
Directed, as I said, by Stuart Gordon. Written based on the H.P. Lovecraft short story. Adapted by Brian Yuzna, Stuart Gordon, with Dennis Paoli. Paoli. Paoli? He gets a screenplay credit. It's the exact same crew and everything as Re-Animator.
Right.
And then just to continue that theme, for the cast, we've got Jeffrey Combs as Crawford Tillinghast, which is, I remember that directly from the H.P. Lovecraft short story. That's a great name.
Wait, and isn't it like the only actual short story? Like, it's like 7 pages. It's a very short story.
It is a very short story.
And especially for Lovecraft.
Well, I mean, I have a couple of books of just Lovecraft's very short fiction, but that was mostly stuff that he wrote very early.
Yeah.
Before he kind of gained notoriety and fame and publication stuff.
Like, that dude could spend 7 pages describing the wind in the mountains. Like,
yes, he fucking could.
It'd be fun to read. I'm not shitting on it. It's just 7 pages
And so, like, my favorite short story from him, The Village, I think occupies all of 3 pages. So it's it's short but sweet, and especially, like, I always find this thing adapting something for the screen. It's it gets longer when you adapt it, when you have to actually fill out a frame and you have to tell a full story and everything.
Yeah. You get to develop characters and
right. So a short story seems to me ideal for this kind of adaptation. Barbara Crampton as Dr. Catherine McMichaels. And then we've got Ted Sori as Dr. Edward Pretorius. Ken Forey as Bubba Brownlee. And then a couple of smaller characters, Carolyn Purdy Gordon as Dr. Block, and Bunny Sumbers as the nosy neighbor lady. One of my favorite characters in the movie. So we we open on, we've cold open on this of Crawford Tillinghast as he prepares the resonator. And oh my God, there is so much preparation to be done.
There's a lot of switch flipping and
a lot of switch flipping, dials to adjust,
turning
knobs.
things and adjusting them.
You'd think you could just like turn, like just turn it on,
Like,
and
you-
just leave it on.
Well, you do you think you do all the settings once,
Right.
and then you just
No.
flip on off.
And you would be wrong.
It's like
so many
flying the
switches and
Millennium
knobs and
Falcon. You just
typing, and oh God, yes. Finally, he turns it on. But so the resonator's in the center of the room. It's kind of this set piece. It looks like a small water heater with a globe on top that lights up, and then 4 resonating tuning forks.
Yeah.
Giant tuning forks.
It's a
on
pretty
top of
great
that.
prop, and the room. I mean, it's a really good mad scientist lab.
It is a very solid set, and it gets the job done. It also leaves a lot of room for like hijinks and shenanigans.
Yeah, there is room for activities.
Around the resonator. Which is
I mean,
cool.
the layout of the interior of this house makes no fucking sense, really.
That is
Because-
the biggest attic.
Yeah,
The
but it's
biggest
not.
attic.
It's like a half flight of stairs up from one of the main floors. It's not even a real attic. It's like a barn,
Yeah,
1.5 stories up the house.
and it's like it looks like a tower.
Yeah,
Like
but then later on
like-
we see that the basements have 25-foot ceilings. Like,
they do. They're also incredibly well lit
Yes.
for a basement. So he turns on. So he finally, the machine is ready. The programming is set. Whatever. And he turns it on, but he only lights one of the 4 forks. So it's like weenie mode. And immediately we see and hear a I don't know, sky eel, I guess,
yeah,
swimming around the resonator forks. And it's slithery and slimy sounding, even though it's not actually brushing past anything.
yeah, it just
Um,
generates gross noise.
Yeah, that's its function. And it's also very mean, because the second he kind of looks at it, it goes right for his face and bites him on the face.
Yeah.
And he has to actually like pull it off of himself.
Yeah.
And then he turns off the machine and it vanishes. So then he runs downstairs to get Dr. Pretorius, who's in bed, presumably.
Mm,
And he has to then convince Pretorius to come and see his own goddamn experiment. When Crawford tells him, the thing, your invention that I made work,
yeah,
it's working. This is very clearly our experiment type of thing. I don't know why Crawford is so like obsequious to like he's so subservient
yeah.
to Pretorius.
Well,
And Pretorius, I don't know.
I mean, Pretorius is like an S&M dom. He's
He's like 70-80% ego.
yeah. Well, but he's also into weird like violent sex stuff.
Oh, we'll get into that. Yeah,
Well,
he's
No, there's a deleted scene that would have gone right here. Like what he was doing in his bedroom was like nailing a girl's tongue to something. Like he was.
oh Jesus.
Yeah, I think that's or her hands. He was doing something. He's like serial killer level sadist. Like,
I did not know that.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
wild.
but they cut that out because it was a
Wow.
bit much.
I mean, it is a bit much, but it's also would have given some like window into like, this is the wrong guy to be granted any degree of power.
Well, yeah, yeah. I mean, we get the
Because
little,
I was like,
we get the little speech later about how he would bring women and do and he'd hear the screaming and
yeah, but like all we get is kind of like generic kind of S&M sex, which
Yeah.
appears consensual. So-
yeah,
I figured like, okay, so I kind of saw him more as like, not necessarily like pure psycho murderous sadist, but like, like
just a narcissist,
Frank,
like a power.
a narcissist, and Frank
Addict.
from Hellraiser. Like he's kind
Yeah.
of hitting the limits of what pleasure he can experience in this world, and
Right,
he's looking
he's-
to expand that.
He's reaching for the extreme.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But like to hear he's actually like ending people, that's like, oh well, of course he's fucking evil.
yeah.
So then we actually we don't get a lot of his character before his whatever, and it's a lot of the film actually I think the subtext is it chalks it up to the thing that gets him it's not from that point on, it's not actually Pretorius, it's a thing that like absorbed him,
Yeah,
and now it's presenting as him, but that's not Pretorius.
yeah.
Anyway, but we're getting ahead of ourselves. So he goes against Pretorius, and then Pretorius is like, oh, my wonderful experiment that is mine and not yours. It's working. Well, let me go and take a victory lap. So once he's in the room with it, Pretorius is convinced of his own awesomeness, even while Crawford argues how dangerous it is. And Pretorius is like, F that, and turns it on full blast. Immediately Crawford gets a middle of the forehead headache.
Yes.
Which we'll come back to. And Pretorius starts going on about how he's the awesomeness. And then we pull out from there to show the nosy neighbor lady, who is a great nosy neighbor lady, like curlers, moo, tiny yapping dog, like full on. And she's calling the cops over the noises and the lights, which is like, and then like her dog jumps out of the window. That's what happens. She's holding this tiny dog that's barking. It jumps out of the window and heads towards the Pretorius house. And it's like, if you like even closed your window, maybe you wouldn't have a problem with the sound.
The house is like a football field away. It's in a state with a gate and this massive drive up to it.
And it's not, like, as much as the Resonator does whatever, it's not that loud.
No, but also a house like this with like walls and gates and a massive like lawn and all of this, like it's a mansion.
Yeah.
It's an estate.
Yes.
But directly across the road from the gate, there's like a normal, like middle-class house with a lady in curlers and a small dog.
I guess we actually don't see a lot of, I believe it's Benevolent Lane that it's on.
Yeah.
Which is, we do get later a close-up of it, and it's 666 Benevolent Lane, which is adorable. But yeah, like, this lady is looking for trouble, is what this comes down to.
She's a Karen before that's what we knew to call them.
Yeah, pretty much. So the dog jumps out of the window, and he runs right towards the Pretorius house, and where the door is open, because it's a friendly place, Chris.
Yes.
Open
and inviting.
Exactly. And with some theatrical reluctance that no one is there for, and nobody buys, the nosy neighbor lady follows him in and up the stairs. At the top of the stairs, however, Crawford comes stumbling out with an axe. He starts shooting down. She starts running. He beats her out the door. Like, he's just like, fuck this shit. Unfortunately, the cops that she called are right there, and they grab him. Which is when the camera flies upstairs and we see the yappy dog is eating at the stump of Pretorius's decapitated corpse.
And it's like a cool, like, it's like a twisted, it looks like ice cream, you know, like it's this twisted, like, cone.
Yeah, it has been wrenched from his body.
Unscrewed.
So then we get our titles. We jump right into our credits. And I thought this was a neat note, was that it starts out, the credits are like white letters on a black background. Normal.
Yeah.
And then the title comes up, and it's this, the vibrant pink purple hue that the Resonator kind of glows. And from then on, the credits are all in that color.
Yeah.
So it's a nice little, and then the background slowly fades up. This is something that's totally unnecessary. Like, it's a black background, and it slowly fades up to show us like this indistinct mass writhing worms, which are kind of like monotone blue or blue-gray on a black background. It's very weird. And it's like, we needed something a little extra there. It's very strange. And it's like, they aren't real worms. It looks like fake writhing worms. It's so extra. It's very strange. So then we get back into the actual movie itself. Credits are done. And we see Dr. Bach is arguing with Dr. Catherine McMichaels, who has showed up to the psych ward. And McMichaels is there to evaluate Crawford, but Block doesn't approve of her because she's a kind of a wild child in the field of psychology.
Yeah.
You know, one of those crazy, dangerous psychologists. And just reputation for like preferring experiment with people rather than just normally treat them, trying to like reach for a miracle cure almost.
Yeah.
Because like, in her opinion, just like medicating and forgetting about them isn't going to help anybody. So then we meet as she kind of goes through the cycle.
She's not wrong, but she also doesn't turn out to be a very good scientist.
Yeah, she's not wrong, but she's also not right.
Yeah.
Like, that's the real trick. Is that like, Block is kind of set in her ways and unwilling to listen to anybody or anything, and so is McMichaels.
Yeah.
So, both of them are kind of dicks. And as she kind of goes through, we meet a couple of the local like chucklehead lunatics in this psych ward. And they're all, perfectly good actors.
Yeah. They are
acting.
80s psych ward inhabitants.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Finally, she gets to Crawford and she interviews him, and he insists that the resonator summed up something that ate Dr. Pretorius, and he's pretty upset about the whole thing. He's still a little shook out.
It was a bad time for him.
It was a bad trip, man. And and he tells us that the resonator was supposed to stimulate the pineal gland, which is supposed to be, the third eye. And Pretorius thought it could unlock extra senses so that he could have sex with. And Block is like, see, he's crazy. And McMichaels is like, but maybe he's not. That's the tone.
My glasses are huge. I win.
And there is a kind of like 80s thing of like trying to make a like an objectively attractive woman look smart, where it's like put her hair up, pull her hair back, put giant glasses on her, just cover that fucking face.
Well,
you know what I mean? Like
the studio didn't want Barbara Crampton. Like Stuart Gordon had to insist on her. They thought she was too young to be believable as a psychiatrist.
Okay. I mean, I can believe that. I can understand that reasoning, but she's supposed to be this kind of like wonderkind.
Yeah. I think it works. I think Stuart Gordon was right, but his whole thing was that he came up in theater and he really liked working with the same cast over and over again. Like he wanted a troupe. He wanted to be working with the same people playing different parts because it would make them, it streamlines things.
Yeah. I mean, they already know the vocabulary and stuff.
Yeah. You end up developing that shorthand with each other, and they know how you work and what you expect. And you don't have to like teach people anything about your process when you don't have to worry about a new project.
Yeah. You don't have to worry about them getting used to you or you getting used to them. It just goes right into it. I can respect that. I mean, God, Jeffrey Combs alone. Like, I love Jeffrey Combs.
In everything.
And God knows he's been in a million fucking things, and he is awesome every single time.
Every time.
I don't know what else to say. He's great. And nobody does that manic energy like he does.
Yeah.
It's intense, and it's theatrical, it's over the top, but it's not totally unbelievable. It's not over the top in a way that pulls you out of things. But it's also just like infectious and like very photogenic. Like it's it really pulls you in. So anyway, Michaels orders a CAT scan for Crawford. Block is like, CAT scan, and she's like,
we don't perform medical tests in this medical facility.
What are you talking about? Just give him the pills, man. And Michaels is like, no, I want a CAT scan. And then they do the CAT scan, and Block is like, see, it's just a CAT scan. And she's like, his pineal gland is gigantic. Block is like, it's not. Like, she's just like, keeps trying to, it says like the machine isn't working right. It must be a tumor. And she's like, no, that's his pineal gland. Look at it. It's grown. Maybe the experiment really worked, and maybe it's like, oh, that's what made him have like a psychotic break and shit. But like, at least that's like a thing, know? So, like I said, like I can see the point of view and everything, and largely Block is just disagreeing with her because she doesn't like her.
Right. Yeah.
But then McMichaels gets into this whole thing of like, I want to recreate the entire experiment. Let me borrow the crazy.
Yeah.
And it's a little much, and it's like, and everybody else thinks it's a little much.
Give me the guy that we think axe murdered his boss.
Right. And then he got hit in the head.
Yeah.
And the detective is like, I just really want to know where this head is. Like, that really is what it comes down to, is like, I really want to know what happened so we can find this guy's head.
Yeah.
Because it's in like a couple days, there's going to be a smell, So they go along with it, against Block's better judgment. So then Michaels and Crawford are accompanied by Bubba. The cop. That's Detective Bubba to you. And he's great. He's a giant man.
Oh, he's so big.
And
And he always plays cops. I mean, Dawn of the Dead.
yeah. He's great. He brings a refreshing energy to it because you've got these two people who are very technical and both are very like single-minded and stuff. And then you've got him as the everyman, kind of like, we're doing what now?
Yeah, he's Winston.
Yes.
He's Winston Zedmore. He's the
Yes.
everyman that we can relate to bring us
Yes.
into the story.
Exactly. He is as close as we're going to get to a self-insert character. So then we get back to the house and Crawford is just like plainly terrified.
Mhm.
Like he is not doing well. And then, he kind of like, they get him out of the van or whatever, and he goes inside and is just like immediately disappears inside the house.
Yeah.
And then, so they go into the house and they're like, the power must be out. And I'm like, what are you talking about? It is as bright as day
Yeah.
inside this house at
Yeah.
night. And it's just like they did a bad job selling that the house is dark on set.
Yeah.
So it's very, okay, fine. You can't see. Sure. And Bubba trips and falls and gets back up and Crawford is there and he's like, it's extra power cables. Pretorius had me rewire the entire house to provide extra power for his resonator. And it's like, again, I think you're doing kind of a lot of the work here, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah, he did like all of it, I think.
Yeah. So Crawford vanishes. McMichaels and Bubba follow the power lines to the basement and turn the power on in this like overly theatrical like power switch box.
Yeah.
It's very weird.
In the
There's
gigantic basement. Like you could play basketball in this fucking basement.
It's a gigantic basement. There's a gigantic box with like one line coming in and one line going out and one like Frankenstein switch to throw to turn it on and
It's a
off.
fucking Frankenstein switch.
It's very, it's like, everybody got that? That's how the power goes on and off. So then, we follow McMichaels. She's wandering around. She hears sounds of, either sex or violence. Let's put it that way.
Right.
Spoiler alert, it's both. And she follows the sounds to Dr. Pretorius's room, and she finds Bubba watching a tape of Pretorius having BSDM sex loudly. And the room is just like kitted out, like fitted.
Yeah,
just for that
it's
stuff.
red. Like it's red and black. And
yes.
Yeah.
And there's straps and chains.
Yeah,
and
things
such.
suspended from the ceiling and
80s. It's 80s middle America version of a BSDM dungeon.
Yeah, and the only bed in there is like cot sized. It's like not even it's not even a twin. It's like
it's like a single, and that's the bed that Crawford ends up sleeping on.
Yeah, he doesn't have a room of his own in this house.
I think,
or does he give it to her? Is that the deal?
I think he gives it either to her or to Bubba.
Yeah,
either to McMichaels or to Bubba, and then. But it's still like you could just get a sleeping bag and just sleep anywhere else.
Go sleep in the car. Don't be in this house.
Fuck. But that's what happened. We didn't build a set for that, so
yeah.
Whatever. That's how they find out about Pretorius's predilections, and they find Crawford in the attic with the resonator. He's about to attack it with an axe. And Bubba goes to stop him, but McMichaels insists he's just reliving the night of the incident, which is like, the incident where somebody lost their fucking head.
Yeah.
Maybe stop him. I love the chalk outline of Pretorius's body on the ground with the little nubbin where his head should be.
Yeah.
Like, who is that there for? Like, that's that 1980s cartoon shit where it's like, that we grew up on, where it's like, well, you draw an outline around the body. That's why you know where it was when it was there.
Yeah. Why would you ever take a picture of it?
It's the most bizarre stuff. And the poor patrolman who he's like, here, take this, draw a line around the body.
Yeah.
Like, poor
Gotta
guy.
be the guy to trace the dead body.
So weird. Eventually, Crawford just kind of wilts under his own relived trauma, though. And so then Crawford repairs the resonator. And, that's great. So then they turn it on. And Crawford explicitly tells them, like, okay, you're going to see some shit.
Yeah.
Do not fucking move.
Yeah.
If you don't move, it can't see you. Like, we're within the field of the machine. Movement within the field is what the things see. Don't move.
Yes. It's
He
very
turns
clear.
it on.
He makes it so clear.
He turns it
Fucking
on. They
Jurassic
see
Park
shit.
rules.
Yeah. They see shit. They immediately start moving. Like, immediately. Like, Bubba starts reaching out for these, like, floating jellyfish that are in the air. And one of them, like, just immediately attacks him because he moved in the field. Who could have predicted that? And it latches onto his arm and, like, tears. He has to, like, rip it off, and it tears off, like, a patch of skin. And it turns out it has, like, this horrible little beak mouth underneath it and stuff. All of the kind of creatures of the Resonator are kind of
Deep sea.
like, yeah, they're deep sea themed kind of what am I thinking of? H.R. Giger-ish type of creatures.
Yeah, a little bit.
Like but like if it was made out of wax and then like hit with a heat lamp for a couple minutes.
Yeah.
So they get all melty.
They're Gigerish until you get the Pretorius monster. Like,
Yeah, Pretorius is his own thing.
yeah.
So Pretorius shows up naked, which nobody comments on, and I'm like, I only assume that this is how Crawford generally saw it.
He's just
Like naked and greased up.
yeah.
You know, like
It's how he asserts his dominance.
that's what he does. He just walks around like that. Just fully erect at all times.
Yep.
Accusatory finger in the air, as it were. That's terrible.
It's coming through the door before he does. Also, his chest boosh is impressive. It is dense.
He does.
And fluffy. It's like 3-dimensional. It's out there.
He's got something going on. It's the kind of thing that it's like they clearly like slathered him with like KY jelly. And it's like that is going to be laborious to wash off thanks to your
It's like, I mean,
thatch.
I'm a hairy dude everywhere except where it's needed. But like it seems like hairy dudes in the 80s were just the thing, you know.
Oh, for sure.
60s, 70s too, but like have you ever seen Ninja 3: The Domination?
No.
And if you have not seen Ninja 3: The Domination, we could take a break right now so you can go watch.
Pause. Go watch Ninja 3: The Domination.
In fact, I'm tempted to do an episode on it because it is the spirit of a dead ninja possessing a woman and forcing her to commit murder. So it's
Technically sounds pretty horror to me.
But it's
well, I know what's going on without having seen Ninja 1 and 2, Chris.
Yes, because there really isn't officially a Ninja in 1 or 2. They just there's Enter the Ninja and Revenge of the Ninja. And they don't have anything to do with each other, really. But Revenge of the Ninja has Sonny Chiba in it, and he is also in Ninja 3: The Domination, but it's unclear if he's really the same character.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. But it's the most fucking 80s movies you've ever seen. But the male lead, the love interest of this woman who gets possessed by the ninja,
right,
is the hairiest dude ever. Like, and they insist on putting him in tank tops. It's like back hair, chest hair, shoulder hair.
No.
Like he's fucking King Kong Bundy. He's a shag rug.
Oh, gross.
Anyway,
anyway,
that didn't have anything to do with any of this. But
that's fine. It's fine.
But it's the same quality of body hair that Pretorius has, where it's like like it's protruding.
It adds dimension.
It adds, like, you know that it would be like soft.
You hope it would be soft. I mean, Jesus.
You could press on it and it would absorb impact.
God almighty. Anyway, so Pretorius is naked and greasy, and Crawford is like, I don't trust this. I saw it eat your head. And Pretorius is like, don't believe that I'm real? Touch me. And
fuck no.
Right? So Crawford does. He goes to touch him, and his fingers just sort of like sink right into him like he's made out of like Play-Doh.
Yeah, he's very mushy.
And Pretorius is like, ha ha, hilarious joke.
I got you.
My Play-Doh flesh. He rants a little bit about how pleasurable his new reality is. And it's doesn't make it any less unsettling. Bubba shoots at him, but it doesn't really stop him or anything. Crawford finally shuts down the resonator, making Pretorius vanish. And we pick back up at breakfast, oddly enough.
Yeah.
Where the three talk about the implications. And McMichaels is like, the resonator could actually be the cure for schizophrenia because she's an asshole.
What?
And
that is like the biggest leap. How the fuck do you get?
She says that like maybe people who are schizophrenic, we need to do CAT scans on them, see if their pineal gland has been, see if their gland is swollen or whatever.
We got to know if their gland is swollen.
And then if it is, maybe that's what schizophrenia is. Like they're not seeing things that aren't there. They're seeing eels.
Yeah, they're seeing something
jellyfish
real from another dimension. Okay.
Right. And it's like,
I get it.
no, they aren't.
No,
they're seeing like a
that's not-
grandma or some shit, dude. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
And even if that was true, what would the machine do making it more stronger? Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, how is it the cure? But also, schizophrenia isn't just seeing squid monsters floating around.
Right.
And if it was, then they would be moving in the field of that monster and getting bit by it. Like,
right. Like they're not getting like mysterious injuries and stuff from nowhere. Also, we learned that bonus, the ray makes you super horny.
yeah.
Which is like cool. And Bubba and Crawford never want to turn on the resonator again. They're like, why would we ever do that?
Because they're fucking
That was
reasonable.
horribly dangerous and terrible.
Yeah.
It gave us all headaches. What are you talking about? So they go to sleep that night. The headaches they're experiencing are the expansion of their pineal glands. It's fucked up. And McMichaels, she can't sleep, and she's just like, I just need another hit of the resonator. Like a fucking junkie, as Bubba points out later. So Crawford, who is sleeping in Pretorius' sex dungeon room, he gets a sense that she's turning it on, or he senses that she turned it on, and he goes up to try to turn it off, and she's just like, I just need a little bit more. And Pretorius shows up, and he's even more mutated now and stuff. He grabs McMichaels and threatens to snap her neck if Crawford goes to turn off the machine. Instead, Crawford decides he's gonna, Pretorius is involved with McMichaels. He decides he's going to run to the basement and just turn the power off to the house. But as he's running past his room, Bubba like flying tackles him.
Yeah.
They tumble down the stairs
In his
together.
underwear. Bubba's
he's
wearing like a
wearing
Speedo and nothing else.
very small jockey shorts. It's a lot of man. And then when they get up, Crawford's like, hey, she turned the resonator back on, and Pretorius is trying to kill her, and let's cut the power. And Bubba's immediately like, oh, okay. Which, I mean, yeah, but like maybe you could have found that out before you like just.
No, Bubba is a man of action.
He is. Meanwhile, Pretorius grabs McMichaels and just rips her clothes off and starts, molesting her and whatnot. And he moves to, he's starting to move to eat her brain. He says if he consumes her mind, he could take her back to his world. Okay.
You think he's gonna like twisty swirl her head off?
I guess so. Boobs, who cares? Meanwhile, Bubba and Crawford get to the basement to cut the breakers, and there they find a giant fucking worm for no reason. There's a giant worm in the basement. It's just a giant monster worm, and it starts attacking them. And Crawford then realizes that the whole house must be affected by the resonator. No shit, Sherlock.
Yeah. Well, did she cranked it up, right? Like she didn't just use.
She's
one
doing
tuning
full blast.
fork.
I think he did full blast too, because he said like when he fixed it, he wasn't able to have it adjustable different levels. It was just like on or off. So it's like the whole house is kind of reverberating with the resonator. So the effect is spreading is essentially what it means. As Crawford wrestles with the giant worm, as the worm slowly eats Crawford, Bubba goes upstairs, gets a giant knife from the kitchen, then comes back downstairs and jumps on the thing, stabbing at it. to no avail. Like the creature starts to eat Crawford, and it's got him down to his feet before Bubba finally gets to the switch and kills the power. And with the worm and Pretorius and everything off, Crawford is left kind of like hairless and messed up on the floor.
Yeah, he's not well.
Like he's got kind of like chemically kind of burns on his skin.
Yeah.
And
he's been fully
like
nared.
lightly. Yeah, he's been nared. It's just weird. So and in the attic, McMichaels like rips the cables out of the machine and stuff so that it can't turn back on because she just got sexually assaulted.
Yeah.
And so from there, Bubba is like, okay, let's go. Like, now? Can we go, please? And McMichaels wants to, and McMichaels comes back with some bullshit that's like, I realize what the problem is. I have you guys here. Let me do this by myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I can see where the creatures are coming from and stuff. It'll be cool.
Yeah.
And that's when he hits her with like, you sound like you're on heroin. Like you sound like a crazy person right now. I'm going to get the van, put some clothes on. We're leaving. And she, so Barbara Crampton, McMichaels is hanging out in the room. They have, Crawford is unconscious. They laid him back on his bed in the sex dungeon. And she starts to kind of dab some lotion on Crawford's inflamed skin. And immediately gets like weird and horny.
Yeah.
And she starts poking around the sex dungeon, and she's clearly like very turned on by all the SM gear. Like she's rubbing leather gloves on her face. And she goes to the closet and she finds like an S&M getup and just immediately puts it on. And by the time Bubba comes back, she's already like trying to have sex with the unconscious Crawford, essentially.
Yeah.
She's straddling him and trying to have sex with him. And Bubba walks in and he's like, okay, so you're dressed. Is that what you're wearing? Because we're meeting now.
Yeah.
And she tries to seduce him. And at first he acts like he's going for it. And then he just like grabs her and like spins her around and makes her look at herself in the mirror. And he's like, yeah, is this you? Is this Dr. like Catherine McMichaels? I had to look up her first name. And she's just like, and that snaps her out of it. So she puts a robe on. Suddenly the power just turns itself back on and the resonator repairs itself and reactivates, which is wild. Crawford wakes up sensing the resonator's on and tells the others, hey, it's back on. We need to do something. So the three rush upstairs. Bubba tries to shoot at it. He grabs an axe, tries to hack at it, tries to turn it off. Every time, like little sparks of lightning, like stop him and stuff like this. Like there's just nothing that he can do to get close to it. And suddenly, so then Barbara and Crawford get upstairs, and a swarm of some kind of insect like starts attacking them. They start swarming on them, and Bubba he shines a flashlight on them to kind of attract the bugs, to kind of get the bugs' attention, I guess. And then throws the flashlight across the room. But when it lands in such a way that the beam of the flashlight is his right in his face. Him. Yeah. Yeah. And so all the bugs just go right to his head. And we get some cool practical effects as the bugs eat him.
Oh yeah, he gets stripped down.
Yeah, it's really wild. So then Pretorius appears, and like, I mean, it's weird to say even more freakish than before, because every time he appears, he is. But
yeah.
We're going that way.
Yeah, he's starting to look like the Grant at the end of Slither.
Yeah, he's starting to look like some kind of weird wet crab monster.
Yeah.
And he grabs McMichaels. Crawford fights him off and frees McMichaels. And that's when Crawford's pineal gland finally pops out of his forehead. Looks kind of like the lure of an anglerfish.
Yeah, it does.
It's kind of this little arm just wiggling around and
a
looking
little bulb
at
at the end of it. Yeah.
McMichaels grabs a fire extinguisher and sprays down the resonator, shorting it out. And then there's a whole thing, like the resonator like comes back on and she has to spray it some more. It's a whole thing, whatever. But then we hard cut to McMichaels and Crawford are back at the hospital now. And now she's getting evaluated for insanity because she has this even crazier story than before. And Block is like, Yeah, right.
Yeah, Block's jazzed. She's got a reason to
Yeah.
lock this
Let's
bitch
fucking
up.
get her. Yeah. So Block orders shock treatment for her, which
Yeah.
even the nurse is like, hospital policy. And she's like, don't tell me what hospital
Fry her
policy is.
fucking brain.
That's right. I'll fucking do it myself. It's very much so like it sucks out a year of your life. And then so they're like, she's like, get her strapped up and ready. And while you're doing that, I'm gonna go check on Crawford, who is I mean, they just have him in a room and he's kind of vegetative at this point. So
Well, he's been through a lot, Joe.
he has. And so his Crawford in the meantime, he his pineal gland pops back out of his head and he gets up and his pineal stalk is kind of leading him around. And he's trying to get more brains is what it comes down to.
Yeah.
Like he kind of wanders around a little bit and then finds a lab or something, and there's like a garbage can that like looks especially appealing to him, and I guess there was brains in that garbage can.
Well, sure.
I don't know. Block goes to find him. He's not in the room where they left him. She looks around. She finds him.
They don't
and she's
dispose
like,
of body parts in any special way in a hospital, Joe. They just chuck them in a trash bin.
to be fair, there's like 4 trash cans lined up next to each other. Not like giant trash, like small trash cans. And so like
Brain
maybe one of them is like paper, plastic, human brains, you know.
Yeah. Landfill,
banana peels.
recycling.
Banana peels. You know.
Biohazard.
Yeah, exactly. So she shows up and she's like, oh, don't eat that. And he kind of comes to it and he's like, I've been eating this. And so she has a kind of moment. She's like, let's go and I'm going to check you out and stuff. And then he starts to follow her, and then the pineal gland comes out again. And he's like, your brain looks delicious. And then he sucks out her eye and sucks her brain out through her eye socket.
Yep.
It's
what she gets for not believing they're crazy.
It's true.
They told crazy stories, and she was like, those stories are crazy. And now her brain's been sucked out through her eye hole.
That's what you get. That's knowing is half the battle.
Mm-hmm. And she doesn't know anything anymore. Because her brain got sucked out.
Because her brain's got sucked out through her eyeball. So McMichaels is begging with these people, like, please don't do this. Please don't shock me. Please, please, please. And they're like, we're evil orderlies. Why they're so evil in this hospital that cares for sick people, I don't know. But they get as far.
The only reason to take a job at a mental institution is to abuse the patients that no one
obviously
is going to believe.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why
is there a question there?
That weird dude with the glasses in Pescadero that was abusing Sarah Connors in Terminator 2.
Yeah.
Same thing. That job just attracts sadists.
Obviously. So that's like one of the first questions, like, name, age, are you a sadist?
Yeah.
So then they're literally just about to shuck her head when somebody comes in and is like, what are you doing? We need your help out here right now. And everybody else clears out of the room except this one evil orderly. And then Barbara Crampton gets like one of her hands free and knocks him out with a lamp, or like an overhead lamp or lamp thing, and gets out. And so she runs and she steals a van or a car or something, and she runs off. Crawford sees her go, and some paramedics are bringing in a guy on like a gurney, and Crawford just goes full pineal gland monster and like eats their brains really quick. And then I guess the crazy guy on the gurney's cries of terror wake him up a little bit, and he's kind of like, oh yeah, I was doing a thing. And he grabs up to the ambulance and drives off after her. And then this is the part that, like, we cut straight to McMichaels showing up at the Pretorius Institute house, whatever.
Right.
And she immediately runs upstairs, goes to the resonator, and sets a bomb on it.
Yeah, where the fuck did she? Yeah, it's like a cartoon.
It was in the van.
Like she just.
It's a cartoon time bomb.
Yeah,
it is like 6 sticks of dynamite with an alarm clock on top of it and a bunch of wires.
And she just knew where to either get or build this.
I don't know. Unclear, never specified in the film.
Like the van she stole was really like a domestic terrorist who
It would be awesome
who
if she
got
like
out to
got
go
in the
take a
van,
piss.
drove off, and as she's driving, we see written on the side of the van like bomb disposal unit.
Yeah, yeah.
Or something.
Or Acme bomb delivery.
You're just gonna have to accept it. She has a bomb.
She goes directly from the hospital to the house and has a bomb.
I would love if there was just a throwaway line like, I stopped at the bomb store, you know?
Yeah.
Like, where did you get it? Where did you get it?
Yeah.
Or if there was even like she passed one of the crazy people in in the psych ward who was like the mad bomber.
Evil midnight bomber. What bombs at midnight?
Bombs at midnight. And he was like, I finally finished my bomb. It took me months to get all the parts. Now for a celebratory cup of tea. And he turns around and she just like goes and grabs it and runs off, and he comes back around. Cup of I would accept that more than this. Like at least that would be something, you know.
If she'd come in with a gas can, I'd believe that was in the back of the van.
Or how about anything like if at the beginning Crawford had been like, I've got a bomb to blow it up, you know, like say that, please.
Yeah.
Like just in case I made a bomb as a last ditch measure in case the machine is dangerous.
Like there's a locker on the first floor that he keeps it sealed up in, like so that he could get to it.
Or the cops like confiscated it.
Yeah, in case of emergency, break glass. It's a bomb.
I mean, is there some kind of like an S&M used for C4 that they could have worked into the story or something?
There is, but you can only do it once.
She has a bomb. She puts this cartoon fucking bomb on the resonator, sets the timer for 5 minutes, and starts to run. But Crawford catches up to her before she can escape. He pushes her into Pretorius's sex dungeon room and shackles her in the sex dungeon stuff.
Yeah.
You know, the shackles. And he starts to go to eat her brain because he's like, it's going to be great. And then I'm going to eat your brains.
Yeah.
And she bites off his pineal gland stalk because it's what she can do.
Yeah.
And it's fucking weird. At this point, the resonator has fixed itself yet again, turns itself on yet again. Pretorius shows up and he goes for McMichaels because she's all chained up and shit. And Crawford is like, there's just nothing I can do to stop him. And it's biting off his gland thing apparently brings him back to his senses fully. Like he's back on her side. So Crawford attempts to distract Dr. Pretorius, and get him away from McMichaels, and does so. They head up towards the resonator. McMichaels, they just head out into the hallway, I believe. Pretorius starts chasing Crawford. McMichaels attracts the eel creatures that are flying through the air and stuff to her wrists by like shaking them. And the eel creatures start biting at her wrists and biting through the restraints.
Yes.
Allowing her to get free. Meanwhile, Pretorius grows fucking wings and flies at Crawford.
Yeah. Down like the
neat.
stairs, yeah.
Yeah, and it because Crawford's heading down the stairs and he flies down at him and just fully engulfs his head and starts eating him. And while he's munching away, McMichaels runs up the stairs to get away from Pretorius and such. She ends up upstairs and she's heading for the bomb and the resonator. When Pretorius comes up behind her, like grabs her ankle and like trips her and won't let go of her. She can't get away and all this jazz. That's when, and this is it. I thought this was a really interesting thing. Crawford starts to emerge from inside Pretorius's body.
Yeah.
Like he's not fully subsumed by the Crawford thing. And so he starts fighting back and, but it's not like oh, he is reborn and made new again or anything like that. He kind of falls back into like the flesh starts to dissolve in this conflict between these two personalities trying to control this single body. And so they're kind of tearing the body apart as they fight with each other. Finally, they let go of McMichaels' ankle with only a few seconds left. She leaps from the window in the tower. The bomb goes off behind her as she falls, and then she hits the ground and like fairly gruesomely shatters both legs at the knee.
Oh yeah, that's super realistic. Like she,
like she lands and like it's really nasty.
Yeah,
and I'm glad they don't linger on it
herself
because
up.
it's really fun. And she's on the ground, and a crowd of onlookers, neighbors shows up. I don't know where these people came from.
Yeah, they're there real quick.
They are real quick, and it's like I would love to see the rest of the neighborhood this fucking house sits in the middle of, clearly, but we don't. We just get a black background, void of anything. And among them is the nosy neighbor from the beginning, who is wearing like the same curlers and muumuu setup. And she comes up to her and she's like, "It's gonna be okay, dear. I called the fire department. They're gonna get you to the hospital and whatnot." And all McMichaels can say is, it ate him, before like breaking into sobs that give way to hysterical laughter.
Yes, her mind is broken.
She's broken by the machine.
The house, like with the weird neighbors and the house being way nicer than the one right across the street. There's a house in my hometown in Poplar Bluff. I can't remember her name, but the lady that created the TV shows Designing Women and Evening Shade, is from Poplar Bluff.
Oh, no shit.
And they even like mention Poplar Bluff, and in fact, I think one of the characters in Designing Women is from Poplar Bluff. But anyway, there's a place called the Claudia House, and like the Claudia Foundation, I think, is like this thing she started that helps girls with like community projects and scholarships, whatever. Yeah. But it's this nice like brick mansion that's really just exists for them to perform functions in. Nobody lives there.
Right.
But it's got,
it's an event space.
Yeah, and it's got a wall around the property and whatever, but I don't know when it was built, but the neighborhood it's in is not good. Like you've got this one really well maintained, or at least you did the last time I paid any attention to it. Really well maintained nice brick mansion house with like manicured lawns. The property's not huge, but it's walled.
Right.
And then everything around it is like an old wood frame house that somebody bought and divided into like 4 different apartments, and it's all rickety, and the porch is like fucking 45 degrees the wrong way. And so the neighborhood's not good, and then you've got this really nice thing in the middle of it. So that's sort of what I imagine.
Linda Bloodworth Thomason.
Yeah.
Okay.
She had a cabin on Kurt River right next to my Uncle Bill.
Yeah. That's awesome. It's, I mean, the Pretorius Mansion is vaguely sinister. I obviously by design, it does have a strange, I think kind of old New England look to it.
Yeah.
Which I think is a nod to H.P. Lovecraft and his obsession with old New England and everything.
Well, sure. Everything is New England. I mean, it's all, Miskatonic is, in fact, don't they mention Miskatonic at least once in this?
I do believe they name drop Miskatonic when they're talking about Crawford went there.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah. I would love to see like if like all of the characters from different Stuart Gordon Lovecraft films, all of the Jeffrey Combs characters are just like a set of like quadruplets. We're like, I wish to distinguish myself, so I will change my name.
Yeah. I don't want to be associated with Herbert West anymore.
I'll call myself Tillinghast. They were just all in college at the same time. But that's From Beyond. It's a neat movie.
Oh, it's great.
I'm surprised that they never did a sequel to it.
Well, I mean,
that seems to be the kind of thing you do.
He finally did do his third Lovecraft movie. Stuart Gordon did. It was Dagon.
Oh, yes.
But none of his regulars were in it, and it was years later. I mean, it was late 90s, early 2000s. I don't remember the date on Dagon.
Something like that. I want to say it was even like a Sci-Fi Channel production or something.
Nah, it may have been like straight to DVD. I don't know.
I know it was straight to DVD.
It was better than Sci-Fi was producing in-house. Okay. But I think he may have made it.
I watched it on Sci-Fi Channel. That might be why I'm confused.
It's also possible it's one of those things where he made it and then they bought it and, put it out. I don't know.
I have since heard people talk about it. And it's positively. I thought it was pretty good.
I liked it. Yeah. I mean,
it's not a bad film.
it gets a little more ambitious than their effects budget could handle, but
Yeah, oh definitely.
but it's still you can overlook a lot of that. It's really good.
And it manages something which a lot of his films don't really go for, which is slow burn.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, it does.
So, and it manages it pretty well.
But I believe that he wanted to do Dagon with Barbara Crampton and with Jeffrey Combs, like in the late 80s, early 90s. He was hoping to make
Yeah.
like a trilogy of Lovecraftian movies with
Yeah.
the same cast and crew and everything. But
It's a shame that didn't happen at
Yeah.
that time.
well, I mean,
Um,
this thing didn't even make its budget back in
Yeah,
its first run. So
it is what it is. Yeah. But let's talk about sequelitis.
yes,
I proposed. So, my proposed From Beyond 2, The Furthest Reaches. So again, this assumption is somebody would come to you today to make a sequel to this movie then. So Mike McMichaels has been locked up since the incident, quote unquote. Her legs amputated at the knees because they weren't savable. And the resonator exposure left her with an enhanced pineal gland, but not so much that she's like full on like they were.
yeah,
So she could the horrors from the beyond never quite stop haunting her. Like she still gets visions and stuff like that because she can. So she's never really able to recover. So she's still like locked up in a psych ward essentially. And a new psychologist who studied McMichael's radical theories from before this all happened decides they want to try to treat her. And they decide to take her off the steady diet of sedatives that keep her like blissfully vegetative. As soon as McMichael starts to regain some of her senses, though, she is arguing to go back on the drugs as the horrors are too much, and it is still out there. It being an unholy union of Proteus and Crawford, further consumed and brought in line by an even stronger monster from beyond, seeking to come to their reality. The new person ignores her and finds that McMichael's, as she comes off the sedatives, is in fact drawing in her sleep. So she gives her materials to draw with, and McMichael's in her sleep draws up plans for a new resonator. This time, just not just resonating the pineal gland, but bringing the whole body kind of like into phase. Which leaves them to, of course, build the machine. So it's more of like a chamber, a transportation chamber almost. But they believe it's the sane subconscious of McMichael's trying to provide a solution to her own madness. Because that's the kind of bullshit that McMichael's would believe. And so they bring her to a lab to turn it on and expose her to its effects. And she is horrified. And even though she protests, they do it. And they turn it, they put her in the chamber, they turn it on, and she disappears. And like immediately it's fucked up. And the new team of the new person and everything, they go into the resonator chamber to find McMichael's, like, what happened to her? Where'd she go? And when they do, the chamber like seals itself and turns itself back on, and they all get transported to like the other side. So instead of like seeing these things like invade our world, we get to go to their reality.
nice.
And we get to see shit on that side, which would be, bigger and crazier and all that stuff. And so the last we see of McMichael's on the other side is her being eaten by it, the amalgamated monster she warned them about. So she's not in the whole movie. It was manipulating McMichael's while she slept, using Crawford and Proteus's knowledge to build the resonator. With the new team's technical and biological knowledge, it'll be able to build another resonator on this side and make a permanent doorway that the horrors of the beyond can pass through. So it essentially needs to eat all of these people too. So they have to like, it immediately attacks them and it eats somebody. But while it's like digesting people who are actively fighting back against it, like it takes it time to kind of subsume those consciousnesses and make them part of itself. It's got like limited powers and it like takes up its attention. So they get a chance to run. And then we get to see this beyond realm through their eyes, which is kind of a biomechanical horror show as they try to escape, hide, and then get back to the resonating chamber in their own reality so that they can destroy it, presumably. That's what I got.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. Mine would be, it's more setup. I don't have like the full thing worked out, but
Sure.
basically it starts with a like genius sort of like physics wonderkin
Yeah.
being recruited into a program.
Uh-huh.
Like, you know, the professor's like, here, take a look at this. And
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
slides in like the plans for the resonator. He's like, but you know, we can't figure out how to make this work. And of course he like, it's like, oh, well, you just need to reverse this and you need to, well, have you tried using these materials and this thing? I bet you can make this more powerful if you, whatever. So they're like, yeah, that's sort of how I thought this would go. Come with me. And
Right.
they end up taking him into this like facility, you know, sort of like dark site thing. And in there, he gets introduced to Barbara Crampton. She's basically been like Project Paperclip, you know, taken out because she was the only one to witness the resonator in action. And
right.
She's been consulting and is kind of an authority person in this program. And what they've done is built this, like they've decided the issue really was containment. You know, the problem is that it kept like spreading farther than it was supposed to and having effects in the real, you know, and so in their hubris, they just need to. So basically, they've like it. I'm imagining sort of Cerebro, right? It's like a sphere with a big, you know, glass wall for the control room to look in on, and like a platform going out, and in the very center of it is the new resonator. And so when they turn it on, it's basically like an aquarium full of this other realm. And, you know, this whole facility is full of, you know, worker bees and scientists and whatever. And we basically, you know, I imagine Barbara Crampton being the one to push it too far again.
Right.
Like, it's like, finally. And she,
like you reveal her kind of dark intentions. Like,
I'm also,
it's affected her.
I was also thinking she'd be in a wheelchair. You know, I don't know if she'd be amputated, but she's not walking anymore.
I mean, metal legs, Chris.
Yeah. The tink, springy, curvy legs.
What I the
like sprinter legs.
Yeah. What I especially like about that is it's very kind of, it reminds me of was it Return of the Living Dead like 3? Like we change from like, oh, this is this incident or whatever to like it's a secret government project.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like it's all very 80s. Like there's a little bit of that. There's a little bit of like Last Starfighter-ish type of thing. Where it's like a secret recruitment type of thing.
Yeah, Men in Black come and get you and say we need to talk to you, you know?
Yeah. And also that whole thing of like, well, the military thinks it could be a weapon.
Yeah.
That we could use to fight the Russians.
Of course.
Because that's all anybody gave a shit about in the 80s.
We'll put an end to the Cold War with weird flesh monsters.
That's right. These damn Ruskies won't know what hit them when a cosmic horror comes down and eats all their brains.
Oh my God, you build a resonator bomb and you start dropping them.
That's not bad.
Just these weird, like, flashes of cosmic horror that swallow an entire area.
Just, here comes the Godzilla-sized Cthulhu
everybody's gone
rising
being
up
tortured
out of
in
the...
a hell dimension.
Like, poop. No, definitely. I do want to see like the military animatic, like somebody comes up with at some point, like, you're planning to use this as a weapon. It's like there've been armed men with machine guns there the entire time. It's like, that's right. This bomb will turn it into a resonator bomb and take out the Kremlin. And it's like, and who's gonna stop it from coming after you afterward? It's like, Godzilla, what are you doing? Kaiju-sized monsters roaming the Russian steppe. What was step 2? You know, like
nope. That's it. All of Russia is now kaiju monsters,
and now we win.
Just tentacle beasts.
That's right.
And they won't go anywhere. We just trust that they'll stay up there.
Yeah.
I mean, there are oceans between us and everything that it could get to.
Fine.
So
we've got eagles. It's cool.
Leave it be.
Blue jeans, rock and roll music.
Have you seen Underwater yet?
Have I? Probably not. I'm going to go with probably not.
Kristen Stewart, undersea mining thing. Everything starts to crumble, like some seismic event.
Oh,
and then
no,
there's
I have
monsters.
not. Yes, I have not seen this. It's on my list. It's on my list.
Oh, it's so
I
good.
shall have to.
I love it.
Okay.
It needs to be something we watch in the future.
Okay.
And talk about.
Speaking of things we watch in the future,
Yes.
let's talk about
The next episode
week.
should.
Next episode is going to
coming
be
out the
our
week of Christmas.
Yes, it's going to be our Christmas episode. Yay!
Yeah.
Cue the jingle bell noise. And we are going to be doing Silent Night, Deadly Night. One of my
Silent
favorites.
Night, Deadly Night.
It's been a while.
And
I
one
don't
that I haven't
have,
seen in decades.
Have we done something that wasn't like supernatural or sci-fi-ish yet at all?
Well,
Like,
I mean, Behind the Mask.
oh, Behind the Mask. That's right. Yeah, because it's just a straight slasher film of Killer Santa Claus. I can't wait. It's one of my holiday favorites.
I mean, and Behind the Mask isn't like, it is a slasher movie, but it's a meta deconstruction, blah blah blah, and it's a comedy.
Right.
So
This is the most.
we haven't.
Yeah,
done
this
a
is the
straight
most
slasher
straightforward
movie. I don't
slasher I think we've done so far, and I'm glad to get into it. That'll be really fun, and hopefully you can find the unrated version, which has some extra violence in it that was cut out of the theatrical cut.
No, I'm gonna look for it. I don't want to.
It's absolutely worth it.
When unrated's available, it's what I go for.
Oh, absolutely. For sure.
Yeah, I'm hoping by the end of this weekend I'll have my little home theater set up. Maybe I'll watch it on that.
Yeah. Linnea Quigley's in it, which is great. She's one of my favorite scream queens. She was in trash in Return of the Living Dead. Yeah.
Return of the Living Dead. Well, and Demon Night.
Demon Night, yes.
Not
Night of the Demons.
Demon Night.
Night of the Demons.
Night of the Demons. Yes. We just watched that. Amber and I just watched that.
Oh, it's good stuff.
The original, not the remake.
Yes. Well, the remake's not bad.
All right. No, I'm looking forward to it. And it's shocking that this will be like, what, episode 14, 15, and we haven't done a straight up slasher yet. It's weird.
I know. It's criminal.
It's good. We need to do more.
Absolutely. But anyway, that wraps it up for us here at Okay. That wraps up for us here at In the Veins. Reach out to us. So our email is intheveinspodcast@gmail.com.
Yes, please.
Look us up on Facebook, In the Veins Podcast, or Instagram, In the Veins Podcast. We try to put out notifications when new episodes drop, when new episodes are about to drop. I put out movie reviews for movies that I've seen. So far, I've only put out movies that I liked. Reviews for them. So if it's like, oh, he's gone a long time without reviewing anything, it's like, well, I've seen stuff.
Well, I mean, if being a reviewer was your full-time job, you'd have to watch everything available, and you would like some, not like some, but you go find movies that you're excited to watch, and then it turns out you like them. That's all right.
Right. I'm just trying to put as much positivity out there as possible. I don't want to shit on somebody else's movie. Like, I mean, it is what it is. But yeah,
I'd have a hard time being a critic because, there's movies I don't like, but fuck, they made a movie.
Right. Exactly. They did it and I didn't. So yeah, look us up on there. Check us out wherever you stream. Give us, all the stars and positive reviews and follows and clicks or whatever. I guess.
Hell, just give us some kind of a comment. Just tell us what you think about stuff.
Send us comments.
I'm much more interested in interaction than stars and things.
We crave positive reinforcement. So just heap that on us as much as humanly possible, please. Please, my children, they are so hungry. They need to praise us.
Oh, Joe, you're breaking up.
Oh, no.
What? I hope that recorded the way it looked and sounded on my end.
Anywho, this has been In the Veins. I have been Joe.
And I have been Chris. We'll see you next time.
This has been In the Veins.
There is nothing to worry about. You're gonna be just fine.
You'd be surprised at the things you find when you go looking.
God, it knows I'm here.
Clear your minds. It knows what scares you. It has from the very beginning.
I'm plunging headfirst into some kind of black void of sheer, utter madness.
Be afraid. Be very afraid.
It is entitled Naturan de Manto, roughly translated, Book of the Dead.
You're gonna die up there.
I've got to return some videotapes.